Bonjour, je suis Sophie Germain and this is Sophie's Time Capsule. Well, I know you've been waiting this video, so let's go. First question is: Hey Sophie, I'm a great admirer of you and I also love maths. So I'd like to know, when did you start to love maths and why? Well, this is an easy question. When I was like 13 years old, it was 1789, and because of the whole revolutionary atmosphere, I had to stay at home many times because it was dangerous to go out. So I was really bored and I started to read all of my father's library. That's where I first read about maths and I fell in love with them and started studying them. Okay, next question is wow, maintaining a correspondence with Gauss should have been certainly amazing. Did he ever find out you were a woman? How did he react? Well, this is a curious story. Around 1807, the French were about to invade the German town where Gauss lived. So I wrote to General Prenti, a family friend, and asked him to make sure that Gauss was well. It turned out that he was alright, but he was kind of surprised about my name because he probably didn't know any Sophie. And some time later I wrote him a letter in which I told him my real identity, and he replied to me really good. It was a great satisfaction for me, and I think he was a great man and I'd like more men to be like him. And the last question is: I am really interested in maths and physics. Can you talk a bit more about your numbers and elasticity theorems? Well, about maths, I made an important contribution to last Fermat's theorem, in which he said that it didn't exist a solution to the equation x elevated to the power of n plus y elevated to the power of n equal to z elevated to the power of n if n was a whole number equal to or bigger than 2 and x, y and z were whole numbers different from 0. Lately, I discovered that if this equation was possible, x, y or z, any of these numbers, should be able to be divided by n. And then in physics I wrote a theorem about vibrations in elastic surfaces. It's a really extensive and complicated theorem, but you can read about it on my book. And that was all. Goodbye!